Don't forget, share this around. Share this around. Spread the message around. And I will not be. Here's my usual thing. Be a critical thinker, do your own research, start asking questions. And uh, I'm gonna be starting the 5 minute countdown right now. Boom! Anyways, let's see. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all, and yes, share this around. I'm gonna be sharing this on Twitter, Parler, and yes, we make sure to have the message spread around all across. uh, we make sure to have the messages spread around. And just forgive me for this thing here, folks. There we go. So, how you guys doing in the most first all here? So let's get to it. JNW Foods, that's 2201 Brimley Road, Unit 1, Scarborough, Ontario, which is one stop after Brimley and Shepherd. It is my number one recommended place to go shopping. And not only that, this place, yeah, they don't violate any rights, they respect your rights. Don't forget to patronize JNW Foods. Absolutely wonderful. Such a very friendly environment, and uh, this is the most apparent thing. So Bill is saying that he will create a gym there. So the most basic thing when that happens, I will be the most number one in the line to get that membership. So let's get to our first most of thing, the COVID vaccine. So starting yesterday, there's a lot of people are already speaking out against the vaccines. Yeah, they saying no to this whole COVID vaccine thing. And to be quite frankly, honestly, to be most honestly here, folks, uh, it is so very wonderful that Chris Guy started this initiative set of everyone posting their stories on IGS saying no to this COVID vaccine with the hashtag of just say no. Just say no. And let me show you some couple things of the stories, yes, about the COVID vaccine. Usually this is posting them on his story.
Chris Guy said. I'm in the, so I'm in the store. Did exactly as Chris Guy said. I'm in the store with other people. I'm not wearing a mask. I don't have to. I have an exemption. I have a medical condition. Whenever I wear a mask, I hate the fucking government.
I'm saying no to the COVID-19 vaccine. Just say no.
My body, my choice. I'm not going to let the mainstream media or the government dictate how to live my life or what to put inside of my body. I have done my research and I am today to stand up for my.
You're mad when I'm out, because I don't cover my face. But you're not upset that corporations have sweatshops in place. You're mad that I don't follow arrows when I shop. But you're not mad at the aspartame these corporations put in our pot.
You know, following up my last story, guys, I also just came across this guy today.
What's it?
Zach saying here?
You know, following up my last story, guys, I also just came across this guy today. Chris Guy. I'm using this hashtag you just started here. Just say no against the COVID vaccine, helping people understand what you can do to stand up against all this bullshit. Check him out, check others out, gain the confidence, and start standing the fuck up.
Zach saying here? Are you fucking nuts? Of course I'm not taking the vaccine. Why are you? Why? Just say no.
So there you have it, folks. And just to let you guys know that you've been wondering if I already take part on it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Wanna see? Here we go. This is literally it. Boom. Take a listen.
There's no way I'm
Take a listen to this.
Asseylum Justin Villamor here. There's no way I'm gonna take that vaccine, no way ever. No way, not a single chance. Not in a million chance. I totally meant it. There's no way I'm gonna take that freaking vaccine. No way. Asseylum Justin Villamor here. There's
And if you want me to keep repeating it, go ahead.
Asseylum Justin Villamor here. There's no way I'm gonna take that vaccine, no way ever. No way, not a single chance. Not in a million chance. I totally meant it. There's no way I'm gonna take that freaking vaccine. No way. Asseylum Justin.
See? See? Told you guys. All you need to do is just say no. Because basically, the word no is the most wonderful and powerful word we can use. Hold on. Be right back. My apologies. But anyways, so there you have it. Because I can tell you right now, like I said earlier, I can tell you right now, just like I said earlier, the word no is so wonderful and lot of more meaning and powerful word that we can use to refuse something like a COVID vaccine. We say no to this whole medical tyranny. We say no to the lockdowns. We say no to the PCR test. We say no to the bullshit propaganda. We say no to the mask mandate. To this muscles. Mask mandate. We say no to that. We say no to the quarantine hotel. Then tell you. What else what else we use the no for recently these days? We say no to this unlawful arrest. We say no to this piece of toilet paper ticket that meant nothing. See? And we also say no to the fake news media. And if you've been wondering where we can use the word yes to, like, where we can, on what basis then we can use yes recently these days. Say we can yes, we say yes to our immune system. We say yes on standing up for our rights and freedom. What else? We say yes on standing up to the medical tyranny. We say yes on spreading out the real truth. What else? We say yes on help on boosting your immune system. We say yes on taking vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and we say yes on exercising our rights to peaceful assembly. And not only that, freedom of the press, and freedom of religion, and also freedom of association. We say yes on standing up, like we say yes on protecting the Section 2 and Section 6 of our Charter rights. And tell you, and not only that, folks, we say yes on opening up the small businesses. We say yes on fighting for religion for the yes. We say yes on fighting for freedom of religion. Not only that, we say yes on opening up the churches. And we say yes, churches are essential. Yes, I agree. In my own perspective, yes, I totally agree that churches are essential. Churches is more than essential than liquor store, big box store, abortion clinics. So here's the thing that will be happening this Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday, 2 days from now. So here, folks. Uh, Basically, there will there will be a protest in the Fatso's house again. Yeah, in his place. 610 and Hall Road. That's 610 and Hall Road. And gonna be taking place, yes, 6 and Hall Road, 12 p.m. So I'm gonna be making sure that I will be there before 12 p.m. Oh yes. And basically, there's another thing. There's another thing here, folks. Saturday is a huge one. Uh, the most thing is yes, 100% is will be the worldwide protest. So yes, enough of that. And if you can see here all of the stuff that I put out, this whole tremendous amount of it. But anyways, so what I can tell you right now is they're on full force apparently on attacking the other person for offending them, hurting their feelings. Oh boy. I feel sorry for, America because I think that they're slowly losing their military over this whole woke madness, cancel culture stuff. That's what I can tell you right now. There's absolute phenomenal thing here because if you actually think yes, so not only that the Pentagon is attacking Tom Carson, but they're apparently going on also full force with attacking civilians who just pointing out things with them. But what I can tell you right now, that's how it is. And if you actually think about it, if you actually think about it, it's so different, way much more different. How, if you, yes, you've been seeing how the Pentagon is behaving currently, yes, the way the Pentagon behaving since Sleepy Joe Biden stepped into the White House. It's way much more different than the way they behave during President Trump's term. Uh, if you think, if you actually think about it, if you actually think about the two difference between, uh, like yes, between how the between President Trump and Sleepy Joe Biden, if the difference during their terms, during President Trump's time in White House, the Pentagon is not behaving like this at all. And now that's most of the present time. You see how the Pentagon is behaving currently and in the present time. And so pretty much out of control there. Can tell you, it's pretty much out of control. Uh, basically, the most of thing you've been wondering why. Uh, I have no pretty much idea why the Pentagon is currently out of control. Still, because I think because of Sleepy Joe Biden, or I don't know. I have no clue. I have no pretty much clue about it. Now, yes. Yes. If you actually think about that, uh, the Pentagon changed in a whole huge different way. The huge different way, I can tell you. Very, very much. And I have no pretty much idea why they're behaving like this right now. But if you wanna go and attack Pentagon, then sure, go ahead. That's happening with it. Let's see how they will react if you put out a hit. Let's see how they will, those woke generals will react if you criticize them again. Because for me, I have no intention of, I have no plan of criticizing and attacking the Pentagon because that's not my problem here. Because I'm gonna only criticize the Pentagon once they gonna act more like this. Yes, if they're gonna act like this for the rest of 4 years of Sleepy Joe Biden, then I'm gonna go ahead and criticize the Pentagon for sure. But as of right now, I'm gonna let it go, and I won't even bother right now to uh attack Pentagon because there might be a huge chance that they may go after me also. So, anyways, enough of it. So, BLM are on the rise again for sure. They don't care of, they say, oh, if you don't do whatever we want, like, we're gonna burn this shit down. And of course, they're gonna continue with their riots and stuff. That's how it is. The Antifa and BLM totally wants bring to burn down America and replace it with their, super ideological thing. Because if you don't agree with them, or uh, even only that if you disagree with them, if you don't particularly take part in their whole shenanigans, what else? If you don't, give them donations, they're gonna call you white supremacist, all sort of stuff. But the most dangerous Marxist group there is Antifa. Yes, they're the most dangerous group. Yeah, there's the most dangerous Marxist group. They're the most number one domestic terrorist. If you can actually think about it. Uh, Antifa, yes, Antifa is the most number one domestic terrorist group. And even the which group is the second one, of course, BLM, Black Lives Matter, BLM. Because when it comes to BLM, they burn this whole Democrat one cities and states. They go they go so wild there because basically the Democrats don't care about it. They don't give a shit about it. They don't pay attention to it. They just basically ignoring it. That's why BLM and that's why BLM can get away with looting and rioting on when it's come to Democrat when cities. That's why they can get away with it. So that's the most absolute reason why they're choosing to loot, riot in Democrat one cities because they know that they have totally protection from the Democrats. And not only that the Democrats will protect them for sure, the media also will gonna go on and protect them also, which is a collusion of the Democrats and the media. I think they're working together to protect BLM. And not only protect BLM, but Antifa also. When Scranton Nadler, yes, Jerry nodded, saying that, oh, Antifa is a myth. It's not true. Or just, just just of rumors. But here's what I can tell you. It is not a myth, it's not a humor or whatsoever. Antifa actually exists. They're the most dangerous Marxist group. But anyways, here's some little clip from something about BLM.
We demand the freedom that this land promises. President Biden, we demand justice, equity, policy, and everything else that freedom encompasses.
12 seconds later.
I want to be clear in how I characterize this. This is mostly a protest. It is not generally speaking unruly.
Holy balls. The Grammys over here tonight, my friends, they just went full-scale theatrical propaganda. They are trying to get this country set on fire. They out there pushing a race war, and thank God, only about 4 people are going to see this, by the way, and you know this will be the lowest rated Grammys of all time, following a trend. We don't want to be lecture shows. We're not going to watch the NBA final. We ain't going to watch any of this stupid shit. We don't want to be lectured to by multi-millionaire auto-tune pricks, especially when it comes to any of this nonsense, man. But damn, they tried real hard. They've got a segment in this Grammys here where it starts off, the camera's on this car, and of course the car is being pulled over by who white supremacy cops, man. They pull the black dude out. They arrest the black man for the high crime of being black. Now the black dude is a freedom fighter. He breaks away from the cops. He runs away. The cops blast him in his back, and then the song starts, and then it just continues with all of the BLM, Antifa bullshit, the rhetoric, the talking points. And at one point, I mean, take a look at this right at Breitbart. Here's some imagery for you. The dude is doing this song in front of what looks to be an AutoZone on fire, and if this isn't broadcasting to the left-hand side that they're trying to legitimize these angry shithead meth addicts to go burn down private businesses when things go the direction that they don't like, how else could you frame this? Right? Not a single Democrat has condemned Antifa or BLM for causing $2+ billion worth of damage to this country. No one has condemned Antifa or BLM for killing dozens and dozens of people during the George are burning shit down right now because I guess it's fucking Breonna Taylor's birthday or some stupid shit like this. They keep doing this nonsense, and every single time that they burn one of these places down over one of these acolytes of lefty fucking hierarchy out there, whether it's the George Kirby who OD'd on fentanyl, or it's the Breonna blasting at cops through a door, or it's that Jacob dude who's trying to grab his knife after he just got to beat up cops and get shot in his back. These are all dickheads. Every single one of these BLM martyrs has a rap sheet 50 fucking feet long, but of course it's fucking white people's fault, right? It's white people's fault. But damn, Breitbart again. Grammys. BLM activist demands justice, equity from Biden. Police shoot black man in back during politically charged performance. Rapper Lil Baby turned the Grammy stage on Sunday night into a riot scene that mirrored the deadly and violent protests that gripped the nation in response to the death of George Kirby. Lil Baby's performance of his song, The Bigger Picture, included a speech from Black Lives Matter activist Tamika D. Mallory, who looked into the camera and demanded that President Joseph Potato Brain Biden bring, quote, justice, equity, policy, and everything else that freedom encompasses. Yeah, bring some justice. Arrest these fucking people. They keep setting all these places on fire. They've been burning Portland down. They just tried to burn the Portland courthouse, the federal courthouse, down again last night. You never arrest it. They arrest them, but they never charge any of these dickheads because, of course, Black Lives Matter, everybody. They just shot a fucking Chicago cop in his face. He was in the parking lot yesterday. This is all BLM. BLM's killing fucking cops. Shh. But we need justice. Justice. Arrest these people. Charge these people. But no. Left-hand side comes out there, protects them. You got the mainstream media news telling everybody, hey, man, don't worry. He's singing in front of a mostly peacefully burned out AutoZone, everybody. No. Whenever a black person or a brown person, probably at this point, is killed by cops, you have to jump to, it's definitely racism.
See? That's what I tell you, bro. Oh boy. So that's what the media says. They do say, "Oh, shh. No, you have to be quiet. You have to be quiet. You have to shut your mouth. Keep your mouth zip. Stop this about everybody. Like, we don't care if they loot and burn. Like, if you take a look at that little freedom fighter there, who's basically giving up his speech, giving out his views and singing in a most peacefully burning shiphead thing here. But that's how it is right now. So, most of thing here, folks, that's how they do the whole shenanigan. You know, they say, "Oh, shh, be quiet, be quiet. You have to shut your zip it because we don't want the real truth coming out. We don't want everybody knowing that B11 and Deepa is burning and looting all shit hit thing here. We don't want we don't want normies to find out the real truth. So that's why shut your mouth. Shut up! Or else we'll smear and slander you. See? Look at that thing. Just take a look at that. How much the amount of protection that these soy idiots getting from the Democrats and the fake news media, from the fake news media, you know, they and not only that, they partly going on and promoting, putting out things. They say, "Oh, if a brown or black man being handcuffed and killed by a cop is literally racism and part of the white supremacy." Oh boy, just kind of imagine that, folks. Like imagine it, the how much amount of protection these dickheads getting from the Democrats and MSM. Oh boy, kind of imagine it. It's absolutely too much when you think about it. Oh boy. And if you also watch this lit this this sports, this little freaking sport organizations like NBA, UFC, you know, they all take a knee and during the anthem and it's the most absolute fascinating. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fascinating here. Uh, Basically, when there's times that when they take a knee, when they kneel for the anthem, like the fans are literally do saying, they say, "Oh, boo, boo." They're clearly sending out to these dickheads that we don't want your freaking uh politics, your geopolitics, or your other dickhead. We just wanna see you dribbling, shooting that, throwing that ball to the basket, kicking that ball out. Like they're basically sending out these very, very clear messages to the dickheads. Just shut up and dribble. Just shut up and dribble. Because they don't want, like, instead of uh instead of the fans saying, "Oh, it's so great to see my favorite athlete is literally taking part in this Black Lives Matter, everybody, and fighting for racial injustice and fighting this white supremacists." But that's not what happening. That's what not happening here, you dickheads. That's not what happening here. If you expect, like, because I'm pretty much sure NBA, UFC, I mean, see, uh, NBA, NFL. Sorry about that. I meant to say NFL and NBA. Like they basically expecting that their fans applauding, cheering, saying, "Oh, it's so wonderful to see my favorite athlete basically taking part in fighting for this racial injustice and white supremacist." But wait. Sorry to bust your bubbles, you idiots there, because you're certainly not getting your way here. It's not going in your direction. When you go into states like Texas and Florida, and you did that, be ready to expect for tons of bulls that be coming to your way. Because the most of thing here is your fans. I'm talking about your fans. Uh, they didn't come there to basically listen and watch to your freaking geopolitics, your, dickhead things. They only came there for to watch sports. That's why they're watching sports, because they wanna escape this whole geopolitics thing. And this little shithead NBA, like this little shithead or sports organizations like NBA, NFL, basically putting out their freaking geopolitics. And not only that, they're also putting out their political views and stuff. But uh, pretty much sure NFL and NBA's rating are particularly going down to the trash now. Like no one's watching it. Like no one's. There's only few people are. The only few Americans are only few Americans that are literally interested in your freaking geopolitics. Look at this, folks. Look at this. It's so very much funny how Sleepy Joe Biden and Jill Biden got burned.
And now a special message from the President and First Lady of the United States. Super Bowl Sunday.
Before kickoff, we wanted to thank all the frontline healthcare heroes, both at the game and watching across the country. You put yourself at risk to keep the rest of us safe. You and your families carried us through this year with courage, compassion, and kindness. We couldn't have made it without you. With all our hearts, thank you.
As we thank you and all of our essential workers, let's remember we all can do our part to save lives. Wear masks, stay socially distanced, get tested, get vaccinated when it's your turn. And most of all, let's remember all those who we've lost. So please join us, Kansas City Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the National Football League, in a moment of silence for more than 440,000 Americans who lost their lives in this pandemic and for their loved ones who are left behind.
Damn, that was absolutely savage. Boo. uh, I is absolutely big. Oh boy. Absolutely fascinating. Oh boy. Hold on. Let's go to the blaze. uh, let's go and search for the Super Bowl. Hold on. Hold on. Oh boy, this is absolutely fascinating. I think I already read this, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it for you again. Super Bowl viewership plunges the lowest in 15 years. Post war post let's Super Bowl viewership plunges the lowest in 15 years. Post worst rating in see, Super Bowl viewership plunges the lowest in 15 years. Post worst rating since 1969. The game failed to attract more than 100 million viewers. Sunday Super Bowl between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs capped off a disappointing financial year for the NFL by posting the worst viewership for championship game in 15 years and ratings among the worst ever. According to figures released on According to figures released Tuesday by CBS Sports, America's biggest broadcast event garnered a total audience of 96.4 million views on Sunday night, a stark 5% drop off from last year's Super Bowl on Fox and well below the 114.4 million audience that tuned in for the most watched Super Bowl in 2015. Deadline reported. The big game was the first in more than a decade that failed to attract more than 100 million viewers and was the least watched Super Bowl since 2007, when 93.18 million tuned in to watch the Indianapolis Colts defeat the Chicago Bears. In fact, if the viewership had been buoyed by the largest ever cohort of 5.7 million streamers, ratings would have been even worse. Uh, Nielsen Media Research, the firm which handles TV viewership data, was uncharacteristically late in releasing data this time around, causing several to surmise that the delay signaled bad news when the game's figures was forthcoming. It appears they were right. Oh boy. There you have it, folks. Here's another one. Leftist blast Dolly Parton's 5 to 9 Super Bowl and that celebrates working for your dreams and the backlash is fierce. Why would signing the phrase of work be disappointing to anyone but a commie? One of many Super Bowl commercials making headlines the day after the big game features country music legend Dolly Parton turning her iconic song 9 to 5 on its head by celebrating the gift, the grit of say, and determination of entrepreneurship as folks out there are working 5 to 9 until their dreams come true. I haven't played that thing. I don't give a shit about that. What was the reaction? As you might expect, many folks were happy with Kelly's op-ed, and they hit back on Twitter by telling her it actually does take hard work and determination to get where you want to go in life, and that such a path is more gratifying to travel upon than one featuring more and more stuff handed to you. Why would singing the phrase of work be disappointing to anyone but a commie? Remember, the left hates the idea of the individual building something and making the world a better place. Another user noted. They would rather you worship at the feet of the state. The government should provide and decide who succeeds and what you need for life. I think I think you misinterpreted the commercial. Another commenter said the hustle isn't is not to work more jobs, it's to build something on the side that you love and eventually live the drudgery of cubicle life. That's how Most small businesses are started. What's wrong with working? Millions of us go to work every day and dream of someday working for ourselves to have more freedom and independence. Another user noted. The point is we work hard no matter what for ourselves and our families. This work. Oh boy. Maybe we can think about it. Hey, Don Lemon. Let's read what Don Lemon said right now. Don Lemon says God is not about judging people and religion is a barrier that keeps people from actually getting to know each other. Yeah, fuck you, Don Lemon. Fuck you dickhead. Can someone recommend a good Bible study for him? CNN host Don Lemon said that Christians need to remember. CNN host Don Lemon said that Christians needs to re-examine. See, CNN host CNN host Don Lemon said that Christians need to re-examine their belief and claim that God doesn't judge people when responding to a statement from the Vatican on same-sex unions. Yeah, I can tell you, Don Lemon is a freaking dickhead. Doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna read this whole article here. Lemon 55 made the theologically questionable comments as a guest on The View on Monday. Co-host Megan McCain quoted a comment from the Vatican saying that the church could not bless same-sex unions because God cannot bless sin, and asked Lemon, who's openly gay, to respond. Do you think this sends a damaging message? How do you feel about that? Given that obviously you're now engaged and going to get married, McCain asked. Well, I think there are. Listen, I respect people's right to believe in whatever they want to believe in their God, no one claimed. But if you believe something that hurts another person or does not give someone the same rights or freedoms that not necessarily under the Constitution because this is under God, he continued, I think that this is wrong and I think that the Catholic Church and many other churches really need to re-examine themselves and their teachings. Yeah, fuck you, Donovan. Who are you to put up this whole thing here? What the fuck you trying to point out here, Mr. Don Lemon? And tell you. I don't know. I have no pretty much idea what this asshole trying to indicate here. But let's continue. Because that is not what God is about. God is not about hindering people or even judging people. Oh boy. No naman. He's a freaking dickhead asshole there. Like he's literally pulling out this whole thing here. Like what the fuck, man? What the fuck? They, but I'm pretty much sure Leffrey say, "Oh, I totally agree with Tom Lemon. Like, you guys need to listen. Like, you guys need to listen what Tom Lemon is saying there because he's the most absolutely freedom fighter there. He cares about us." I'm pretty much sure they're gonna go out and say, "Oh, don't you even dare to criticize Tom Lemon because if you dare to criticize him, you racist! You white supremacy! You white supremacist! You! Not the even case here. Because I'm pretty much, not only that, they will go, but 100% for sure, they're gonna go on and call you homophobic and xenophobe. This is what is wrong with these dickheads here, folks. But I can tell you, this is very, very much wrong about these dickheads. Because, and the most absolutely thing here is, uh, we decide for ourselves, and who are you to say about Christianity? Eh, because I'm pretty much sure you're not even a Christian, pretty much sure you're atheist. Oh boy. But anyways, let's continue with this. Go out and have a barbecue. Lemon went on to put the issue in the context of race by quoting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who decried segregation in churches. So I think that religion and the pew keep us from actually there are barriers from people actually getting know each other, Lemon continued. So I will say to the So I will say to the Pope and the Vatican and all Christians or Catholics or whomever, whatever religion you believe out, you have to belong out there, go out and meet people and try to understand people and do what the Bible and what Jesus actually says if you believe in Jesus. And that is to love your fellow man and judge not lest ye may not judge. Him is quoted! Like, that freaking dickhead. This is what I'm talking about. This guy doesn't know what he's saying out there, doesn't know what he's talking about. He's pretty much clueless. He have no clue at all what he's putting out there. Instead of let's continue with this. Instead of having the pew hinder you, having the church hinder you, instead of being segregated in the church and among yourself, go out and have a barbecue. He concluded and meet people and start breaking bread with people and getting to know them. Some Christians on social media objected to Lemon's watered down version of historical Christians Christian teaching. Related article. This is what I'm talking about here. Like this freaking dickhead doesn't know what he's talking about there. Like he's no clue. He's so freaking clueless. Like, I don't know what even to say here because he's literally mispronouncing the Christian teaching. He is particularly misquoting things. He, uh, not only that, not only that, this freaking dick shit doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't know what he's saying. He's just a type of person who's just, going out and having and going on TV and saying, like, going on the TV and just saying like blah 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 blah. Like it was Dong Lemon putting what Dong Lemon's putting out saying out there is pure gibberish. Doesn't know what all the things that he talks about pure is all gibberish. Alright. All the things that he said is all gibberish. You should not take that man seriously and you should not even waste your time listening to that guy. Because he's a liar also, like he lies. He lies at you. He lies about everything. Alright. So I don't know what his basis of opinion about that little dickhead, Don Lemon. But uh I'm gonna go for a little short break here and I'll be right back here, folks. Remember, folks. So, like I said, the only one doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's pulling out a lot of gibberish there. Oh boy, I don't know what even to say about that guy. Let's read this. So, U.S. Army considering canceling gender-neutral fitness test after study finds 65% of women fail. The U.S. Army is considering the U.S. Army is oops, the U.S. Army is considering reversing its new gender-neutral physical test after 65% of women failed to pass the grueling physical exam. In contrast, 90% of men managed to pass. Following the negative results for military force seeking to increase the number of women among its enlisted ranks, the U.S. Army may now redo the Army Combat Fitness Test to have different evaluations for men and women. Research showed that the Army Combat Fitness Test, which is the same for male and female soldiers, was leading to lower results for women with a knock-on effect for promotions, the Telegraph reported. Over the weekend, an early Pentagon study showed that women were failing the ACFT at a rate of 65%, while only 10% of men did. But anyways, uh, see, wait, sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. So, uh, I have a tutors here, so if you want one, please make sure to let me know by sending an email to me at David underscore Justin009 at yahoo.com. Yep, send an email to me if you want. But yep, send an if you want this tutors, let me know how many you want, and I directly put it to your mailbox. So not only that, folks. If you want of these bottles, please uh, let me know, and yes, let me know how many you want. Then I'll tell you the price. Also, folks, please don't forget to make a donation at gf.me/u/jjkyhk or at paypal.com/paypalme slash fruitrebenton2. And also, if you really like to show your support for all the works that I do here and help me grow, so they also to keep me going here. So show your support at patreon.com/Asseylum Justin Villamor, and I would truly appreciate it. So here's the most absolutely fascinating here. Uh, in a most of thing that uh, the most very outrageous thing is Pastor James Coates. He's been still in jail, and there being he's there as a political prisoner, of course, for simply preaching the gospel, spreading out the gospel. And not only that, folks, uh, this doctor here, yep, Miss Dr. Bart Chose, has spoke out against the PCR test and stuff. So, if you can be kind of watch it, but I'm gonna show the video tomorrow. Rest up to this day. So, uh, I would say that's it for today. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for paying attention to my show. So, as always, thanks for hanging out. So, please don't forget to make a donation at gf.me/u/gkyhk or paypal.com/paypal.me/4evento2. And also, please don't forget to particularly show your support at patreon.com/more, and I will truly appreciate the generous donation. So, thanks guys for another day here. So, see you guys tomorrow then. Bye.